I'm back, family, and Flavor Train is back on track. Let's recap. We had our oxtails with pork with look holes inside of the meat. We put in with dry basil. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you okay? In your neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. I your girl, Debbie from Down a Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is day number 9 of Jammas. 12 days of Jammas, day number 9. So, welcome also to the Jamaican cooking journey. If you're new right on over here, special welcome to you. Thank you so very much for joining the family. Those of you who were there with me from the beginning of the journey, manners and respect. Now today, I know someone say the title of the video. I don't know where we are going to cook. But before we get into it, I just want to say a special thank you, send a shout out to Bernadette. Bernadette was the one that made this video possible. She reached out to me, she said, Miss Debbie, I want some oxtail, I like the oxtail video. And then she said, everybody asks out for oxtail, and I say, I think oxtail is really expensive in Jamaica. And you know what happened? She reached out with a contribution and made it possible that we could have done this oxtail video. Give Bernadette some shout out in the comment section. Also, I want to send a shout out to Margaret Smith. Another shout out to Donna Chapman. Big up on yourself, manners and respect. You know I love you all. You know, but I'm just sending those little shout outs. So, today we're going to be doing this little oxtail video, which was made possible by our sister Bernadette. I think there's more than one Bernadette. So there's a Bernadette V, I think lately in the comment section. She goes by the name just Bernadette. Bernadette, big up yourself, manners and respect. Aye. She said, this struggling, you know. She must have look at things bad around her bush mouth there. Now today, when we speak oxtail, you've got to make sure you've got a flavor train going on in your kitchen. When you're going to be doing oxtails, you need a specific flavor train. And you don't need to take specifically my flavor train when I go build. You can make your own. But I'm sharing with you in case you want to do as I do. Now this is 2.5 pounds of oxtail. And I was lucky to get those that when I have the whole heap of fat. Because sometimes you get them and they have a lot of fat on them. But me still wouldn't take it. So this is how it looks. You don't want to clean all of these. In case, if it's just any little pieces like these, so you would use your kitchen scissors and just clip them. Any little thing like this, like right here, you know, they have been washed already. You'd use your kitchen scissors and clip off these. Because it has to have these little things. These are the ones that, these are the little outer that protects, that seals in the moist and the juice. Remember, I said this thing you have a whole about 190, you know. Okay? 2.5 pounds. Now, what I normally proceed to do first is to like use a small knife, like this small bladed knife, and to just, you know, prick these little parts. This is to enable, remember I said most, you see this big broad bone in it, you see this? This cannot take any seasoning, okay? So these little parts, you want to just run your knife through them. Yeah, because we're going to build a flavor here. You have to build a flavor when seasoning. And also build another flavor when graving down your oxtails. Oxtails must have a specific nice, rich, thick, colorful gravy. We are doing today stewed oxtails with broad beans. You can do the brown stew, but what I mean I like about the brown stew, you have, not that I don't like it, you have to know how to brown it. You have got to brown it on a medium heat and let the moisture lock in and still stay in it. You know, you have to brown it, but probably one day we'll do the brown stew method. But this one today is the stewed oxtails, and we'll be putting it with some broad beans. So here, go ahead and stick up all of them. The most of mine were stuck already, just demonstrating to you. Now let me talk about the flavors that we're going to be building. For me, I use dry and green, as I told you. When I use beef, I always try to use dry and green. So let me share with you. I have here some dried rosemary, dried celery, dried basil. These are all my dry. I'm showing you some allspice or pimento seed. I'm going to be using some nutmeg. The nutmeg is to give the bone a little sort of tender. If you know anything about nutmeg, you know. But I'll tell you, the nutmeg is going to be tenderizing the bone, that when we are graving down, some of them juice there can kind of go in at the bone. Because look here, you love suck your oxtail bone. If you love to chew and saka upon your oxtail bone, when you finish eat, comment. So we have a little nutmeg, and I'm going to be using a little paprika. I'm sorry I didn't get the smoke one. It's so hard. If you have a smoke one, better. I have a little dried crushed pepper, red crushed pepper, and it's dried. These are all okay. And I have here some sage. Sage. What you know about this herb? If you don't have sage, you can use cumin. But the cumin is more stronger than the sage. So you gotta go a little bit lower on the cumin than on the sage. These are all my dried herbs. I'm gonna be chopping a little piece of bell pepper. You know me tell you say beef, oxtail come from beef. I will be using a red onion as opposed to the white one or the yellow one or whatever. Okay? A little crumbs of cayenne pepper, garlic, scallion. These are the seasonings to rub in other words, to marinate in, rubbing up seasoning. And also, we'll be using some soy sauce to get the color that we need. When we're after we rub it to season, we need to put this on it. We want to get the color from now because it's stew. Over here, we have some, I'm going to be using also a little baking powder to tenderize the bone. I have a little molasses, I have ketchup, I've got some Worcestershire, and I've got a little apple cider. I'm not sure if I'll use all, and probably I'll need something else when we are graving down. As we go, you'll see. Now, I was going to say something. I don't remember what I was going to say. I am going to go ahead now, and I'm going to be beating all of these dried herbs. And these are not a lot, because these are a lot, reasonable amount, because they are dried. And I want you to try to remember that when you get these dry herbs, you're to know how to use them, the proportion at which to use them, because it's a lot that comes down to these amounts. We'll be doing a video and highlighting some of those to understand proportion of dry as opposed to green. So I'm going to go now, get all of these together, and when we return, we are going to be putting all of these flavors together, and we're going to go rub up the oxtail soon. Okay, now family, seasoning up, rubbing up time. So right here, I'm putting my dry rosemary, my dried celery, and my dried basil. I'm just sort of just, pick them up like this. Right in here, I've got my red crushed bell pepper seeds, or crushed red pepper seeds, and some allspice, which is pimento seed. That's what we call it in Jamaica. So we have a little thing going in the so hope you in on this, but we're still gonna leave for you in the description of the video. Now I want to put in a little nutmeg, 2.5. So we put in about that of freshly grated nutmeg. I don't want to forget my baking powder, so I'm going to be putting in a little, and as I told you, it's to help with the tenderizing, to keep it moist and all of that. A little baking powder. We're going to be putting in a little salt, because nothing else that we're using right now as salt. But when we are gravy down, we are going to need a little salt. So we're not going to put no olive, plus the soy sauce that we're going to be rubbing up with has some salt too. So I put just a little bit for now. I'm not going to go too hard, because I know me and the salt something. This is where I'm also going to be putting in a little cayenne pepper. Not a lot, because we have 2 types of pepper already. Here now we're going to be putting in a little paprika. And you're going to see the color that the paprika and the soy sauce come together gives it. We're putting in a little. That's okay for 2.5. This is out the way we use it already. We're going to be using some sage. Tell me, what do you know about sage? Do you know about sage? We use it in Jamaica. We have the white and we have the black. We use it to make tea. Just as how we use the basil. Basil and sage, they make nice tea. So we're putting in a little of our sage. All you Jamaicans, when we that country, we call basil nunobazi. That is what is basil. We call it in Jamaica, country people, nunobazi. I have 1 medium red onion and a quarter of, reasonable size piece of bell pepper, roughly chopped right in. I see the crocus bag of scallion, them I want to know it go already. Okay, these are what we have. Now, we're going to go now, slap off this garlic and come back. 5 pegs of garlic and come right back to you. Grated. I'm back, family, and flavor train is back on track. Let's recap. We had our oxtails, we pork with, look at holes inside of the meat. We put in with dry basil, with dry celery, and some dried rosemary. We put in a little paprika, a little cayenne pepper. We put in our red onions, bell pepper, scallions. We put a little nutmeg. Also, we did put a little baking powder. The baking powder and the nutmeg will help to tenderize the bones because we want some juice going in the bone. We don't want to oxtail when we eat the bone dry and now tab it out. No. And also we use some sage. Remember, if you don't have the sage, you can use some cumin. But please go a little lower than how you see because the cumin is way stronger than the sage. Now it is time to combine with our hands. I'm using this. I don't have any gloves. If I had gloves, I would use that. For my gloves, I don't know that. The only problem I'm using this is the pimento. Me and it, no friend family. So let's dig in. Right in your face, we are getting them flavors here. Everything, every single thing. And I must say to you, I did what I was in the segment before now. I was telling you how I cleaned it. Just a little apple cider, not the white one. Apple cider vinegar and some water and just rinse it. So just rinse it for one time with the apple cider vinegar and the water. So when you're through, the oxtail before you start seasoning will have this fresh, nice apple cider vinegar smell. Okay? Apple cider vinegar and water. That's what I use to clean. Okay? So some people right here, so I go want to put olive oil or something. Or well, look here. Now is the time for us to add our family. Please try to use soy sauce. Try omit the browning. Browning only gives color. Browning doesn't give any flavor. You can also use some burnt sugar if you want right here. You can use a little burnt sugar. It will give it some flavor. But I love this brand of browning. I've been using it for almost this brand of soy sauce. So I'm going to put in some. But be careful, mine is thick. If you look at it coming out, it is thick. It's not watery. So you have to know you're throwing it because you look for your color where you want your oxtail to go end up with. So like how my browning thick, I have to know how I do it. So look here. You notice the browning gives it that moisture, so I don't need to put in the oil on it. You understand? So I'm rubbing in this browning to see if I can get the color that I want. When I want a whitey, pop down, arms just looking oxtail running after we sit down. And the people them are there for how long oxtail, when the oxtail done. You know, I'm going away. A little more browning. Soy sauce. What's with me and this browning? Okay, let's go again. You notice in depth right in your face. Who can't take the length of the video? Yeah, on and off with the clicking. Clicking off and clicking on police. Look here. Look at this. We're going to be stewing it. Stewed oxtails. And we're going to be putting it with some beans. Remember, when you season it like this and it goes in the pot, it might get a little darker. That's why I tell you, say left the browning alone. Because when the heat take the browning, it gets darker. So look at this. We could put a little bit more because remember we have some things. Just a little tot more. Not a lot. Good to go. So that's about a 3/4 or about a tablespoon of this soy sauce. I'm not sure about yours. Mine is really thick. So look here. Look at the color of this. You look on this, you know, family. You know the trick. Listen, the flavor train and run out of gas. Type in the comment section. Type it. If this flavor train look like it run out of gas, it's ready for the road. Okay. So you're rubbing. cleaning around, cleaning around, cleaning around, cleaning around. I rest. Look at this. Look at this. That's how you proceed. So this is where the buck is gonna stop for now. We're gonna use something real to just you remember when we used to do our country a whole time season this, you know, when we parents season anything, then take something like this or smaller, put it down, squeeze it down. Who remember that? Please to comment. This is where it stops for part 1. See you in part 2. The flavor train will continue.